Anna Dogodnace is the reigning Olympic champion in the individual trampoline. Here in Duisburg, she looks to extend her winning streak to the team event held at the World Games 2005, together with her partner, Jessica Simon. Gold for Germany. While both disciplines revolve around the same skills, two athletes performing in synchro on two trampolines are judged on the compatibility of their movements. That was near perfect in the case of Russia's team, Levin Rusakov. Brits Alexander and Mills perform identical routines. But with the element of precision timing added, each athlete becomes a perfect mirror image of the other. The Germans, Stehlich and Sert, seem to match their trajectories even better than their peers, doubling the visual beauty of trampoline competition. Another gold for Germany. To win before one's home crowd makes this even better. The World Games are the absolute premier event in synchro trampoline. We couldn't be any happier. Kick-off in the final between Sweden and Germany. This time, all emphasis is on defense in a game between two teams which have scored high in the semi-finals. Germany beat Australia 31-0, Sweden did away with France 29-7. And yet another quarterback sack gets celebrated by the German defense. And by 17,000 in the stands of the Duisburg arena. Sweden is finally kept to 2 field goals. And even if both defensive lines start looking somewhat battered in the end, Germany celebrates a 26 victory. Post-game thanks go to the opponents for a good game and to the crowd for its support. Welcome to Duisburg's beach and to another sport that thrives on the corresponding atmosphere. Brazil is the favorite in the beach handball quarterfinal against Germany. Extra points are awarded for particularly spectacular goals. The sport has long gone international, a popular variation of the popular handball. I have just been informed that more than 600 teams play in leagues all over Germany, a number which will certainly increase further. Much to the dismay of the Brazilians, Germany translates indoor skills very well to the game on sand. Germany ends up winning 8-6 in a penalty shootout. In the World Games final, gold will go to Russia, a country not necessarily known for its beaches. Three different events make up the tournament water ski competition: slalom, jump and trick. Cristina de Medrano starts off on the slalom run, passes three boys, but misses the fourth. That keeps her out of the top six finals.
If I manage to improve in the next two events, I may still advance.
It didn't happen in Cristina's case, but Tara Benzel from the US makes the cut, also thanks to her nearly perfect jumps. She ends up the World Games tournament champion, despite her fall in tricks. Who else gets towed over the regatta course?
You know, skis, it's without skis. It's with your bare feet. That's why it's called barefoot water skiing.
At age 12, smart Alec Heinrich is the youngest athlete in the World Games. His barefoot skills are exceptional already, and the future is bound to be all his. Move over, David Small. Riding their boards behind a boat provides the athletes with the opportunity to hit some really big air by cutting across the norm-sized wakes. Standout Lili Chen dazzles the crowd and the judges. Gold goes to China. American Philip Sovin gets even higher and proves that he cannot be swept off his board easily. But then, he's been into extreme sports for a while.
Some of the other multi-sport games I've gone to are like X Games, Gravity Games, stuff like that. Those ones are a lot of fun just because it's all the extreme sports athletes and you get to know everyone. It's pretty fun.
Another special appearance by an invitational sport of the World Games 2005. Indoor trial has the pilots rev up their engines in a packed Oberhausen arena. No obstacle too high for the equilibrists on two wheels. Courage and proper risk management are the prerequisites for the pilots to tackle this section. The best trial motorcycles come from Spain. Traditionally, the best riders as well. Adam Rugger wins his heat against Brit Dougie Lampkin. The reigning world champion celebrates victory, together with the Spanish team.
I'm very happy to be in the first World Games trial, and I think we make all the team very good work, very good in all the section, and I think the victory is very good. Take this victory for Spain and for the Spanish fans. "30% faster than a normal freestyle swimmer, thanks to the mono fin, which serves as a turbocharger. It converts the swimmer's undulating lower body motion into efficient propulsion. Mermaids turn into torpedoes. In the women's 100-meter surface, Bao Zhensu from China pulls away from the pack and wins gold in 41.51 seconds.
The following athlete, please.
50-meter apnea men. Russian Evgeny Skoryenko has set the current world record at 14.34 seconds. He's in the lead and touches the pad in 14.35, 100th off his own mark. In the B final, over 200 meters, the shortest of all sprints, Sweden pulls but a few inches ahead of the others. With only 7/100ths of a second, they defend first across the line as well. In the A final, the Russian boat wins. Switzerland is second. Again, the drummers set the pace for the mixed crews acoustically in the final over 500 meters. They had them on the Roman galleys too. Russia wins here too. What is the drummer's role exactly? Motivator or worse?
You're the one that keep the tempo in the loop, and you're supposed to tell count and hit like they are paddle, because they choose how fast they want to paddle. So you just have to drum the same as they do, and you shout out if they want to go faster, so everyone in the back can hear it too.
Tumbling describes the series of somersaults and other acrobatic moves performed by athletes on a 25-meter-long dynamic track. American Euless Hall sets the high mark on her second pass in the finals. Catherine Purbedy is one of the favourites. She won a silver in the World Games 2001. But on her final pass, Catherine hurts herself on landing. Very likely, a fractured metatarsal. The medical service is as efficient as the spectators are spontaneous. Duisburg sends Catherine off to a speedy recovery. Olena Chabanenko, the world champion from the Ukraine, wins easily with 71.40 points. The 6 young men of China's group Aerobics team could well be graduates of the famous Beijing Circus School. But here they demonstrate a dynamic choreography consisting of basic aerobic steps and difficulty elements to a panel of judges. Group aerobics pitch men, women and mixed teams against each other in a single division. And the judge's task is to assign their points wisely for both athleticism and artistry. The Romanian all-women team plays its best cards at once, grace and expressiveness, but loses out to China by only a fraction in the final score. The Americans Lock Boggs are currently second in the roller dance. In the first is a couple from Italy, the reigning world champions Monica Coffele and Marco Bornati. Another Italian duo is up next. The Gasparini siblings aim for gold with their stylish performance of the Passo Doble. and their outfits to match. They certainly bring a touch of Spain to the rink in Duisburg. Brother and sister in perfect harmony, on 16 wheels. As in all the recent World Championships, roller dance remains an Italian stronghold here too. Silver for Enrica and Gabriele Gasparini. In sports acrobatics too, good choreography and even better artistic expression ultimately decide over the standings. In the final free routine for mixed pairs, the Belgians Kuyt and Van der Donkt put on their best. But so does the team Russia 1, Kachalova-Gorgadnice, with a perfect blend of tempo and balance in their performance. Gold goes to Russia, silver to Belgium. But after the contests, hugs and kisses between all involved, and interviews for the victors. Red or blue gloves protect both fists on every karateka, necessary protection, even if the punches are not carried through in kumite. Tanya Wex wins her first fight in the 60-kilogram class against the German Nadine Siemer. Against Australian Alicia Dew, she prevails as well, thanks to the prompts from her coach Patricia Duggan.
Too short because you're too timing it wrong. Get closer, just wait. You've got speed, Sam, do it. Yeah! Whoa! That's the one!
In the semi-final, she fights against American Eliza Au. And is showing difficulties in adapting to her style of fighting.
Girl was coming underneath really. I fought her wrong. I was going punch for punch. I should have brought my legs out earlier in the fight. Punch is 1 point, kicks 3 points. Jodan kicks 3 points, so that's the mistake made.
Aikido knows no winners and no losers. Under the watchful eye of Aikido's founding father, the great teacher Ueshiba, nothing but the most collaborative demonstrations of what could really be martial techniques take place. The knowledgeable audience, most Aikikai themselves, appreciates the pace of successive displays. Germany plays Brazil, a must-see match in any FIFA World Cup. But here it's the semi-final game of the World Games Fistball tournament, and the Brazilians have the upper hand in the second set. Jorge Schuch, the outstanding player of the game, scores the match point. Brazil goes on to the final.
Song Deutschland, 2:0, 20:14, 20:15.
Much to the delight of the numerous fans in war paint. They're not only passionate about the game, they're even more passionate about the players. They followed us to Germany. They're really our #1 fans. The samba continues well into the first half of the final. Captain Jorge Schuch, one of Fistball's hardest hitters, scores important points. Quite a few as spectacular as this one. But not even the two-time world champion can avoid that Brazil goes down in defeat. Austria makes the final point. Germany lives up to its role as the pre-tournament favourite. In the men's final, Switzerland hangs in there for a little while before succumbing to dominance. The final score is 5-2 to the Germans.
Dankeschön.
The women's final has a similar script. Belarus also manages only 2, while chalking up 10 on the negative side. Anneke Bermet ends up the tournament's highest scorer.
I'm just really happy because it's always great to be playing in such an event, meeting so many athletes and then winning such an important game. So we're just really happy about this.
The welterweight finalists in bodybuilding get on stage to show off their perfect muscle tones in a prescribed sequence.
Thank you, gentlemen. This was second round. Thank you. Please leave the stage.
First as a group, and then individually, to the music and choreography of Luis Carlos Sarmento's own choice.
Start Nummer 41, Luis Sarmento, Brasilien.
Juraj Vrabel from Slovakia impresses the jury more than his fellow finalists from countries such as Egypt and Singapore.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this was worldgames final.
Austria's Elena Zinner faces Jana Meisel for the final in casting sports fly target. With identical points for both athletes, it's Jana's faster time that gets the defending World Games champion gold. And Jana is relieved. It's a lot harder to win in one's own country. Everybody has expected me to be in first, and that's made my rucksack heavy.
Das macht's ganz schön schwer. Der Rucksack war ganz schön schwer.
Never mind the load. Jana wins yet another gold with her stunning precision. In the men's division, Marko Popov from Croatia gets his weight on dead center.
The World Games are something totally different than the European champion. The feeling when you won is out of this world.
Bowling's mixed doubles semi-final between Korea and France records one strike after another, but ultimately sees France go on to the final shootout against Malaysia. Shalin and Sumaltran Sulkifli come off a win at the Commonwealth Championships in Cyprus, and they're really fired up to bring home the gold from Germany too. At this level, bowling turns into a game of concentration and control over one's nerves. François Sacco and Isabelle Salgian managed to do that a little better this time around. 9-pin bowling has its roots in Germany and is widely practiced here. No wonder that the German mixed double prevails in this event. Stuntmen or window cleaners at work on a high-rise. It's a fashion show on a vertical catwalk. It's the summer of culture and of the varied kind on and around the World Games Plaza. Carmina Burana, an opera in all earnest. The Poubelle Boys from France. Light music. Juggling, with a tie-in to sports. And the performance, Auto Auto. Delivering its sublime message. This likeable creature comes in all sizes, is omnipresent and unbeatable in raising funds for a charity aiding children in distress. Alwyn, the World Games mascot. Alwyn makes friends everywhere he goes. Even if he should get overlooked at times, he simply persists and applauds exhausted athletes until they too take him into their hearts and into photographs. All win with Alwyn. The Summer of Culture turns into a close encounter between some of the most different cultures. 300,000 come to the World Games Plaza, some to listen to the Duisburg Philharmonics under Jonathan Darlington. Some to chill out on Duisburg's sandy beaches. taste some of the most exotic dishes. And to leave their personal marks on a giant party. The night is long on the World Games Plaza. Its sights and sounds forever changing.